The alarm blares, dragging you out of your sleep. You fumble for your phone, squinting at the time. Oh no, overslept again. Your heart races as you imagine a day spiraling out of control before it even begins. Sound familiar? We've all been there, and that panicked feeling often leads to a frantic race to catch up with a day that seems to have left us behind. But what if I told you that even on mornings when time isn't on your side, you can still take control of your day's success? Yes, whether you rise at dawn or roll out of bed when the sun's high, there's a way to seize the day and master your mindset. You might be thinking, another morning routine? How boring. But stay with me here. This isn't about those glossy morning routines you see on social media, the ones where people do yoga at sunrise or make some perfectly blended smoothie while most of us are struggling to even open our eyes. No, we're talking about something more ancient, wiser, and believe it or not, much simpler. Introducing Stoicism. Now, don't tune out because it sounds like a dusty old philosophy. Stoicism isn't just for ancient Greeks or philosophy majors. It's a practical, no-frills approach to life that's just as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. In fact, it might be exactly what we need in this chaotic, fast-paced modern world. So, what is Stoicism? At its core, it's about focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. It's about finding peace and inner strength no matter what life throws at you. Sounds appealing, right? Especially when you start the day feeling like you're already behind. This is where our 10 Stoic-inspired morning habits come in. These habits aren't meant to change your life overnight. They're simple, actionable practices that help you start your day with intention, even if you've hit the snooze button too many times. We're talking about setting small goals for the day, practicing gratitude for the little things, or even something as basic as splashing cold water on your face to wake up both body and mind. These aren't meant to add more stress to your morning, but to help you approach the day with a clear head, building resilience so that minor morning mishaps don't derail your whole day. The best part? You can do most of these habits even if your time and resources are limited. By the end of this, you'll have a toolkit of simple but powerful practices to help you start your day right, no matter what time it begins. You'll learn how to turn problems into opportunities for growth, stay focused in a world full of distractions, and find your own motivation, even when you don't feel like doing anything. So stick around. Whether you're a habitual snoozer, a busy parent, a night shift worker, or just someone trying to bring more balance to your mornings, these Stoic morning habits could be the change you've been searching for. Let's explore how to make every morning a good morning, no matter what time you get out of bed. Now, let's be real. Mornings in the 21st century are tough. We're not waking up to the sound of roosters anymore, right? Instead, it's the jarring alarm, endless notifications on our phones, and that race against the clock before we've even fully opened our eyes. Think about it. How many times have you reached for your phone first thing, only to be bombarded by emails, news, and social media updates? Suddenly, your mind is already racing with thoughts of work, world events, or even someone's dinner from last night before your feet have even touched the floor. Not exactly the calm, peaceful start you'd like, is it? And then there's the pressure. Oh, the pressure. We're constantly surrounded by images of the perfect morning. You know, those ideal Instagram-worthy routines where people seem to have enough time to run a few miles, whip up a gourmet breakfast, and dive into Tolstoy's War and Peace, all before 8 a.m. It's enough to make you want to pull the covers over your head and give up before the day's even begun. But here's the thing, those traditional morning routines we hear about so often, they tend to fail, and here's why. They're usually too rigid, time-consuming, or simply unrealistic for most of us. They don't account for the fact that life happens. Sometimes you oversleep, sometimes your kid gets sick, and sometimes you're just not in the mood to be the early bird, even if you usually are. These habits often focus on adding more to an already packed morning instead of helping us navigate through the chaos. What we really need is a way to approach our mornings with flexibility and intention, something that works whether we're up at the crack of dawn or rolling out of bed later than planned. That's where Stoicism comes in, not as another item on the to-do list, but as a mindset shift that can help us reclaim our mornings and, by extension, our day. So, let's dive into how you can start practicing Stoicism each morning, setting the stage for a day where you're not just surviving, but thriving. We are often taught what to do, but rarely how to think. In a world where circumstances can change in an instant, our mindset is truly the most important thing we have. We get caught up in the doing and forget about becoming. We focus on ticking off tasks from our endless to-do lists, but lose sight of what really matters, starting the day with the right mindset, no matter what time we wake up or what challenges await us. The obstacles we face each morning are not easy, but what's the solution if traditional morning routines aren't cutting it? That's where we turn to our ancient friends, the Stoic philosophers. Don't underestimate them. The thoughts and principles they lived by are perfectly suited to our hectic modern lives. Stoicism, a solution for the modern age. Now, I know what you're thinking. Stoic philosophy? How is something so ancient supposed to help me navigate these crazy mornings? But get ready to be surprised, because Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or silently enduring hardships. It's far more practical and intriguing than that. At its core, Stoicism is about cultivating inner strength, focusing on what you can control, and finding peace of mind even when faced with chaos. Does that sound useful for those hectic mornings? Absolutely. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus didn't just sit around and theorize. They faced real-world challenges, ruling an empire, enduring exile, even surviving as slaves. Through it all, they developed principles that not only helped them survive, but thrive. So, how do these ancient teachings apply to our lives today? Imagine waking up late and feeling like your day is already ruined. The Stoic approach would not be to panic or beat yourself up over it. Instead, you'd accept the situation, because you can't change the fact that you overslept, and then focus on what you can control, your actions and attitude from that moment on. Use it as an opportunity to make the best of the situation. Stoicism teaches us how to find calm in chaos, how to be resilient in the face of challenges, and how to keep improving ourselves. It's about building a strong inner core that can weather any storm, even those mornings that start off on the wrong foot. The beauty of Stoicism is that it doesn't demand dramatic actions or sweeping life changes. It focuses on small, consistent habits practiced daily that gradually lead to meaningful transformations. That's why we have 10 Stoic-inspired morning habits. These habits won't magically make your mornings perfect, but they will equip you with the tools to approach your mornings and your day with clarity, calm, and focus. They help you build inner strength, bit by bit, day after day, so you can handle whatever life throws at you, from oversleeping to spilled coffee to unexpected meetings. Are you ready to explore how ancient wisdom can revolutionize your modern mornings? Let's dive into the 10 Stoic morning habits and start transforming each morning into an opportunity for growth, no matter what time you wake up. Trust me, these Stoic philosophers will become your greatest allies in handling the challenges of your morning routine. Let's begin with the first habit, setting an intention for the day. I know what you might be thinking. Set an intention the moment I wake up. Really? But hear me out. This simple habit can completely change your life. Imagine you're about to go on a road trip. You wouldn't just hop in the car and start driving without knowing where you're going, right? The same applies to your day. Without a clear direction, you're more likely to get lost in the daily chaos, feeling like you're just reacting to whatever happens instead of steering your own course. How do you do this? It's easier than you think. When you wake up, before you even get out of bed, take a moment to ask yourself, what's my main objective today? It doesn't have to be something big. It could be finishing that report you've been putting off, being more patient with your kids, or simply getting through a tough day at work with a positive attitude. What's the benefit of this? By setting an intention, you give your day a purpose and direction. It's like having a North Star to guide you. When you feel overwhelmed or distracted, you can return to your goal and refocus your energy. This small act of starting the day with intention shifts your mindset from one of reaction to one of action. It transforms the way you approach the inevitable challenges, helping you tackle them with clarity and purpose, rather than stress and confusion. Imagine waking up late, feeling anxious about all the tasks piling up. Instead of panicking, take a deep breath and set a simple goal for the day. Today, I will stay calm under pressure. Just like that, you've established a mindset framework to handle the day ahead, no matter what challenges come your way. Remember, your goal doesn't have to be perfect. It's not about adding pressure, but giving yourself a positive direction. So, start the day with a goal, even if it's as simple as, today, I will do my best. Trust me, this small shift will make a big difference. The next habit is gratitude. You might think, gratitude? Seriously? I woke up late, my alarm didn't go off, and now you want me to be thankful? Yes, that's exactly what I'm suggesting, and here's why it matters. Practicing gratitude flips a mental switch, shifting focus from what's going wrong to what's going right. No matter how rough the day seems, there's always something to be thankful for. You can start small. Think of 3 things you're grateful for. Feel the gratitude. It doesn't have to be anything big. Maybe it's the cozy bed you just left, the coffee waiting in the kitchen, or simply the fact that you're alive and have a new day to explore. The benefits of practicing gratitude are powerful. It injects positive energy into your mind, reduces stress, improves mood, and helps you start your day with a more optimistic outlook. When you concentrate on the good, it becomes harder to dwell on the bad. Let's look at a real-life example. Suppose you wake up to find your car won't start. Frustrating, right? But instead of letting that ruin your day, you choose to practice gratitude. You're thankful for the neighbor who offers you a ride, for the extra time to listen to your favorite podcast on the bus, and for the problem-solving skills you'll use to get the car fixed. Suddenly, the situation doesn't seem as awful. Gratitude isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything's perfect. It's about recognizing that even in tough times, there's always something to appreciate. So start your day by counting your blessings, no matter how small. Now, brace yourself for the next habit, using cold water to wake up. I can almost hear some of you groaning already, but trust me, this Stoic practice is both invigorating and mentally challenging. Why do this? Stoic philosophers believed in voluntarily enduring discomfort to build willpower, and nothing shocks the senses and banishes grogginess like a splash of cold water. You can start small by splashing cold water on your face during your morning wash, or, if you're feeling braver, finish your shower with 30 seconds of cold water. For the truly bold, an entirely cold shower awaits. Whatever you choose, the key is to embrace the discomfort. The benefit isn't just waking you up, it's about building mental resilience. By willingly facing discomfort in the morning, you train your mind to handle the day's challenges. Plus, cold water boosts circulation and even strengthens the immune system. Picture this. You've hit snooze 3 times and feel sluggish. You drag yourself to the bathroom, turn the dial to cold, and step in. It's shocking, it's uncomfortable, but as the cold water hits your body, you feel alive, your mind sharpens. When you step out of that shower, you'll feel energized and proud, having faced a challenge first thing. Your day has just started, and you've already conquered something difficult. Remember, cold water isn't about punishing yourself. It's about proving you can do hard things. Start small if you need to, but give it a try. You'll be surprised at how it sets the tone for a confident, challenge-ready day. Next up is something that seems obvious, but is crucial: making a to-do list. But wait, don't roll your eyes just yet. This isn't just another boring productivity hack. I'm going to explain why it's a key Stoic practice. Why make a list? Stoic philosophers focused on what we can control. A to-do list does exactly that. It turns the swirling tasks in your mind into concrete, actionable items on paper or screen, where you can actually deal with them. The Stoic approach to this is simple. Write down the 3 most important things you need to accomplish today. Not what you want to do, not what you should do, but what you absolutely must do. This isn't about overwhelming yourself with an endless list of tasks. Instead, it's about giving your day structure and focusing on what truly matters. This way, when you're tempted to get distracted or overwhelmed, you can return to your list and realign your focus. A good to-do list is like a compass, keeping you on track and preventing you from feeling lost in the day's chaos. The list should be intentional, not just a dumping ground for every possible task you can think of. Choose the top 3 priorities that will move the needle for you that day, then tackle them one by one. By setting clear, manageable goals, you're more likely to end the day feeling accomplished rather than frazzled. This simple act of prioritization is key to mastering your mornings and, by extension, your entire day. Focus on what you can control and make sure it's realistic. The benefit here is prioritizing and maintaining clarity. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by a never-ending to-do list, you'll have a clear and manageable action plan. This reduces anxiety because you know exactly where your attention needs to be. Plus, is there anything more satisfying than crossing off completed tasks? Let's take a real-world example. Imagine waking up stressed about a big project at work, a messy house, and a dozen unread emails. Instead of trying to tackle everything at once, you break it down. Work on the project for 2 hours, clean the kitchen, respond to 3 important emails. Suddenly, your day feels more manageable. You know where to focus, and the rest can wait. Remember, a to-do list isn't about cramming in as much as possible. It's about identifying what truly matters and allowing yourself to focus on that. Spend a few minutes each morning making this list, and you'll see huge benefits from this simple habit. Now, let's talk about avoiding distractions. In today's world, this might be the hardest habit to master, but it's also one of the most important. Why should we avoid distractions? Stoic philosophers believed in living in the present and focusing on what we can control. But in our modern world, it's so easy to start the day by drowning in distractions. Social media, news, emails, all pulling us away from our goals and cluttering our minds. So how can we combat this? Here's the challenge. Don't check your phone for the first 30 minutes after waking up. I know, it sounds impossible, but give it a shot. Use this time to think, plan, or simply enjoy your coffee in peace. The benefit of starting the day without distractions is that it lays a foundation for the entire day. You're in control of your attention, not letting others dictate it for you. This leads to better focus, less stress, and a clearer sense of purpose throughout your day. Imagine 2 different mornings. In one, you wake up and immediately check your phone. You see some distressing news, a stressful work email, and a social media post that makes you feel inadequate. Your mood sinks before you even get out of bed. Now picture the other morning. You wake up, resist the urge to check your phone, take a few deep breaths, think about your intentions for the day, and enjoy a quiet moment. Which morning sets you up for a better day? Avoiding distractions isn't about cutting yourself off from the world. It's about choosing when and how you engage with it. By starting your day free from distractions, you're giving yourself the gift of a calm, focused mind, something truly invaluable in today's chaotic world. Let's move on to the next Stoic morning habit: physical movement. Before you start groaning about early morning runs, hear me out. This isn't about intense workouts, it's about connecting with your body and jump-starting your day. Why move your body? The Stoics understood the deep connection between physical and mental well-being. They knew that caring for the body was essential to having a clear and focused mind. Plus, just a little movement in the morning can completely change the course of your day, especially in a world where most of us spend hours hunched over at desks. So how do you do this? Keep it simple. We're only talking about 5 to 10 minutes of movement. It could be a few quick yoga stretches, a short walk around the block, or even dancing in your living room. The key is to get your blood flowing and wake up your body. What's the benefit? Morning movement boosts your energy, improves your mood, and sharpens your focus for the day ahead. It's like hitting a reset button for your body and mind, shaking off the grogginess and making you feel more awake and alive. Picture this. You wake up feeling sluggish and unmotivated. Instead of reaching for that third cup of coffee, you decide to try this habit. You put on some music and dance around your room for 5 minutes. At first, it feels a little silly, but soon, you're smiling, your heart is pumping, and you feel ready to tackle the day. That's the power of morning movement. Remember, it's not about perfect execution or intense exercise. It's about connecting with your body and starting your day with positive energy. So roll out of bed and get moving. Your body and mind will thank you for it. Tell yourself that you can do it. The 7th habit focuses on the power of positive self-talk. I know it might sound a bit cliché, but stick with me because this simple habit can be incredibly effective. Why do this? The Stoic philosophers understood the power of thoughts to shape our reality. They knew that our inner dialogue can either strengthen us or weaken us. By consciously choosing positive self-talk, we set ourselves up for success. It's simple. Look in the mirror, or just tell yourself something like, "I can handle anything that comes my way today." Say it with confidence, even if you don't fully believe it yet. What's the benefit? Positive self-talk boosts confidence, reduces anxiety, and helps you approach challenges with a can-do mindset. It's like becoming your own personal cheerleader, providing that extra motivation for the day. Imagine you have a big presentation at work. You feel nervous, your stomach's in knots, and you're tempted to call in sick. But instead of giving in to fear, you look in the mirror and say, "I've prepared well, I know my material, and I can do this." You repeat it until you start believing it. Suddenly, the presentation doesn't seem as daunting because you've shifted your mindset from fear to confidence. Remember, this isn't about denying real challenges, but reminding yourself that you have the strength to face them. Make it a habit to tell yourself this every morning. It might feel awkward at first, but over time, it becomes a powerful tool in your Stoic toolkit. Now, let's take a deep breath and discuss the 8th habit, mindful breathing. It might seem too simple to be effective, but trust me, this is one of the core practices of Stoicism. Why focus on your breath? Stoic philosophers recognize that breathing is one of the few things we can always control, no matter the situation. Focusing on the breath calms the mind, reduces stress, and brings us back to the present moment. How do you do it? Start with something simple yet powerful. Deep breathing for 5 minutes. Take a few minutes to sit quietly and concentrate on your breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold it for 4 seconds, then exhale slowly through your mouth, counting to 4. If your mind wanders, and it will, gently bring your attention back to your breath. The benefit of deep breathing is a calmer mind, reduced stress, better focus, and a way to begin the day from a place of calm. It's like hitting the reset button for your nervous system, allowing you to approach the day with a clear, neutral mindset. Imagine this. You wake up to a flood of stressful emails and messages. Your heart starts racing and your mind spirals, making it feel like the day is already slipping out of control. But instead of reacting immediately, you take 5 minutes to focus on your breath. As you breathe deeply, your heart rate slows, your muscles relax, and your mind clears. Now, you're ready to respond to those messages with calmness instead of panic. Remember, this isn't about emptying your mind of all thoughts. It's about anchoring yourself to the present moment through each breath. So, take a few minutes each morning to breathe deeply. It's a small investment of time with huge returns for your mental state throughout the day. Let's move to habit number 9, tracking your progress. This isn't about obsessing over every little detail, but acknowledging what you've accomplished. Why track your progress? Stoic philosophers believed in the continuous improvement of oneself, but they also understood the importance of recognizing progress. By acknowledging your achievements, you fuel the motivation to keep going. Take a few moments each morning to reflect on something you accomplished the previous day, no matter how small. Maybe you made that difficult phone call, stuck to your exercise routine, or handled a stressful situation with calm. Acknowledge it and give yourself credit. What's the benefit? Checking in on your progress boosts motivation and self-esteem, helps you focus on growth instead of perfection, and reminds you that you are capable of making positive changes in your life. Let's take an example. You've been working on becoming more patient. When you wake up, you think back to the previous day and remember how you took a deep breath and reacted calmly when a colleague made a mistake, instead of snapping like you might have done in the past. It's a small thing, but it's progress. Acknowledging this gives you confidence and the drive to keep practicing patience today. Remember, this isn't about comparing yourself to others or setting unrealistic standards. It's about recognizing your own growth, even if it's just small steps forward. Take a moment each morning to reflect on how far you've come. You might be surprised by the progress you've made. Now, let's move on to the final Stoic habit of the morning: viewing problems as challenges. Shifting your mindset in this way can transform how you approach every day. Why change your perspective on problems? Stoic philosophers believe that perception shapes reality. By viewing problems as challenges or opportunities, you empower yourself to face them with determination instead of feeling overwhelmed by life. How do you do this? When confronted with a problem, instead of thinking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can this make me stronger?" It's about shifting from a passive to an active mindset. The benefit of this shift is that it builds resilience and a stronger will, reducing stress by putting you in problem-solving mode rather than a state of helplessness. It can also make life more interesting as you begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth. Consider this scenario. You wake up and find that your car won't start, and you have an important meeting to attend. Instead of panicking, you see it as a challenge. You think, "All right, how do I solve this?" Maybe you carpool with a colleague or take this as a chance to finally try biking to work. Suddenly, you're not a victim of circumstance. You're in control, actively finding solutions. Keep in mind, this isn't about blind optimism or ignoring real problems. It's about approaching difficulties with a growth mindset. By starting your day with this outlook, you prepare yourself to handle any challenge with resilience and creativity. So there you have it, the 10 Stoic morning habits. Each habit is a powerful tool on its own, but together they form a comprehensive toolkit to help you begin each day with clear goals, mental resilience, and a positive mindset. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Start small, stay consistent, and you'll see how these habits can transform not only your mornings, but your life. Now, how do you put all of this into practice? Don't worry, I've got some advice for you. First, remember that this isn't an all-or-nothing approach. You don't have to adopt all 10 habits at once. Start slowly by picking 1 or 2 habits that resonate with you. Maybe begin by setting a goal for the day and practicing gratitude. Once those feel natural, introduce another habit into your routine. The key isn't perfection, but consistency. Here is a tip for those mornings when you wake up late and feel like you have no time to do anything. Pick one habit and do it, even if it's just for 30 seconds. Set your intention while brushing your teeth, practice gratitude on your commute, or take 3 deep breaths before diving into work. These habits are meant to support you, not add pressure. Be flexible and adapt them to your life. The goal isn't to tick off a checklist, but to cultivate a truly Stoic mindset. As we wrap up, I want you to remember that change doesn't happen overnight. The Stoics understood that personal growth is a lifelong journey, not a final destination. Be patient with yourself. Start small, stay consistent, and you'll see how these habits gradually but surely transform your mornings and your life. Every morning is a new opportunity to practice these Stoic principles, even if yesterday didn't go as planned. Today is another chance to try again. That's the beauty of this philosophy. It's not about perfection, but about continuous improvement. So I challenge you, my fellow Stoics, to give these habits a try. Starting tomorrow, choose one habit and commit to practicing it for a week. See how it impacts your days, your mindset, and your life. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're here to support you every step of the way. Thank you for joining me today in our Stoic community. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more Stoic wisdom for modern life. Drop a comment below and let us know which habit you're going to try first. Keep in mind, every morning is a chance to strengthen your mindset, face life's challenges with resilience, and become the best version of yourself. So rise and shine, Stoic warriors. The day is waiting for you, and you absolutely have what it takes. I'll see you next time. Stay strong, live with Stoic purpose, and turn each morning into a meaningful start. Thank you for watching until the end. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and share it to spread the positive message. And don't forget to subscribe to catch our next videos.